Welcome to the Art and Lead, journey to world Asian Filipino art. Today, we're joined by a young, pretty artist whose love for art began at such a young age. This is our first time here in the show, so we are privileged that our invitation got accepted.
Hi everyone, I'm Nika Lee, a BSA student. I'm 19 years old and I've loved art since I was a kid. And I'm really glad to be here too.
That's wonderful to hear. So tell us, what is art for you personally?
Well, art is like a soulmate to me. It's where I can be myself, it's where I can free my mind. It's the time when I just sit for many hours, from morning to evening, feeling happy. Yet it feels like I'm in a sunny backyard full of beautiful flowers, enjoying the warmth of the sun's breeze and smiling while lying on the grass. If you have that fulfilling feeling that you love what you do, it's all worth it and you truly belong to it. That's what art makes me feel. It's my safe place. The first thing I learned to love in this life when I was a kid.
That's such a beautiful way to put it. I like how you compare the art to a soulmate. Something constant, comforting, and deeply personal. You can really feel the peace it brings you just by hearing your words. Now, let's dive into the heart of this conversation. The artworks that moved you the most. Let's start with world art. Which one speak to you most deeply?
Well, one of my all-time favorites is The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, and I'm sure many people already know this painting. Those whirling skies, and the glowing stars, and the peaceful village below. And I actually tried recreating it once, just to feel what Van Gogh might have felt while painting it. And what amazes me most is how he used movement and color to express emotion. It's not just the star or the sky, it's the way he turned his pain into something poetic. When I learned about his struggles with mental illness, I started to see Starry Night differently, and as if the painting was his silent cry for peace. It reminds me that art doesn't always come from happiness. Sometimes it's born from pain, yet it still brings beauty to the world.
That's beautifully said. I love how you said it's a silent cry for peace. That's powerful. And yes, I remember seeing your version of Starry Night in your IG story before. Amazing work. Now, let's move on to Asian art. Which one stands out to you the most?
One that really caught my heart is Shattered Porcelain Fragments Fused with Gold by Yisu Kyung. This artwork uses broken pieces of porcelain joined together with gold inspired by the Japanese art of kintsugi. For me, it's a beautiful reminder that broken things can still be made whole again, even stronger and more meaningful. The gold doesn't hide the cracks, it actually highlights them. And as a young artist, I connect to that deeply because in art and in life, imperfections make us human. They tell our story that every mistake I make while painting, every line that doesn't go as planned, it becomes part of the piece. And maybe that's what art really is, finding beauty in what once broken.
That's wow, that hit deep. The way you describe it, the cracks highlighted with gold, it's almost like a metaphor for healing and resilience. I think many listeners can relate to the idea that our scars, both visible and invisible, makes us who we are. And I agree, sometimes imperfections are what make art. And even people truly beautiful. Now, let's talk about something very close to us, Filipino art. Which one feels the most memorable to you?
That would be Under the Mango Tree by Fernando Amorsolo, painted in 1952. Aside from mango being my favorite fruit, this painting gives me a deep sense of peace, a glimpse of rural life that feels both nostalgic and pure. And I also appreciate how he used light and color contrast to capture that warm, golden glow that has become his signature style. And you can almost feel the warmth of the sun and the quiet happiness of people living close to nature. And what makes it more meaningful is how it also highlights the success of people who planted and harvested those mangoes. It reflects the hard work and patience of Filipino farmers. And I love how something so simple like harvesting mangoes becomes a symbol of dedication and contentment. It reminds me of my own family, of gatherings, laughter, and satisfaction of hard work. And for me, it symbolizes contentment that even in simplicity, there is richness in love, in family, and gratitude.
You know what? I love that. Our solo really has a way of capturing life, not just literally but emotionally. His paintings remind us of a time when life was slower, more connected to the land and to one another. It's refreshing to hear someone your age appreciate that kind of simplicity. It says a lot about how deeply you see the world.
So now, speaking of connection, let's take it a little more personal. Is there an artwork, a film, or even a piece of music that inspired your appreciation for the arts on a deeper level? Something that shaped how you see beauty and culture today?
Actually, what deeply inspired me is Filipino architecture, especially those ancestral houses from the 1890s. They make me emotional every time I see one because they carry stories from the past, stories of love, family, and legacy that still live within their walls. I first grew fond of them because of a book I read on Wattpad, the I Love You Since 1892 birthday in Manila. My friends even know how much I love that story. And that book made me appreciate our culture and traditions even more. It gave me this Latin Filipina vibe, like simple, graceful, and proud of your roots. And that's why when I had my pre-debut shoot, I chose a similar theme. So we traveled to Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon and shot at Campuguan. So I wore an old Filipiniana outfit, though it was a bit modernized, but I honestly felt deeply connected to our heritage. Like I was stepping into the pages of history and breathing in the beauty of the past. It reminded me that being Filipino isn't just about where we live, but about carrying our roots with pride wherever we go.
That's so beautiful. And honestly, I can imagine it like stepping into another era while still being yourself. And I love how you tied it to both literature and real life. It shows how art in any form can shape the way we see ourselves. You have such a poetic way of looking at art, not just as visuals, but as feelings, memories, and pieces of identity.
Thank you, thank you. I think that's what makes art powerful. It connects us to something bigger than ourselves. It reminds us that beauty can exist in pain, peace in simplicity, and meaning in every stroke of color. There is always a reason to be grateful to God, even in moments of struggle. Whether it's Van Gogh's stars, Yisutyu's golden cracks, or Amorsolo's sunlight, they all remind us that art is life and life itself is art.
And that's the perfect way to end this episode, you guys. So, Miss Nika Lee, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your heart, and your art with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really been an honor to share how art shaped my life and maybe in some way moved me to become who I am today.